And we are live. Once again, fight fans, this is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. 1 year ago, June 1st, Andy the Destroyer Ruiz shocked the world by taking out Anthony Joshua, undefeated, unified champion, Anthony AJ Joshua. And I decided, you know what? Let's do live. Let's go live on this particular stream because when it did happen, I was so shocked. I didn't really think anything of it. Thank you guys for coming in. Hit the like button as you come. We're going to commentate the fight live as though it happened yesterday, but it happened 1 year ago. Okay, so they're bringing it in now. So we have highlights of Anthony Joshua. Andy Ruiz is just coming to the ring. He looks hype. He looks pumped up. HB counterpunch to you, brother. And he looks like he's ready to fight. He comes in with a step, hitting his gloves. You know what I mean? He jumps right on the ropes. He got his snow Eskimo hat on with the little shit coming down. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird doing that in the summer, but hey, it is what it is. That was his attire, looking like a Mexican Eskimo with the Mexican flag waving on one side and the American flag waving on the other side. And AJ, they got his knockouts and his reel on the top monitors over there, and they're showing his Under Armour stuff like that. You know what I mean? JS, Anthony Joshua didn't look right. Something wasn't tinging. We all know that. We will know when Anthony Joshua decides. Now, we are waiting, and this is the long wait that everybody was talking about. Okay, picturing that, JS, Mohammed Gabriel, Rarak. Love your speech, bro. Counterpunch. Thank you, brother. And hey, look, Andy's in the ring. He's ready. He's waiting, but no one knows where Anthony Joshua is. So we're sitting there like, okay, Anthony Joshua's finally out. It was a quite a delay. AJ undefeated at the time, coming in, walking all slow, fixing his head. You know what I mean? Wearing white with white with the black outline Under Armour. Got the JD Sports rocking it. He's walking. It's almost like he's plotting. At this time he's 22-0. Hashman Boxing Facts. Counterpunch to you, non-so. Thank you guys for coming in. Hit that like button. Please subscribe because we're going live on this show. And we're doing everything from the Did Lie Joe to Damned If I Know. First time in Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? Look, here's the deal. Look what they do. They almost give a jinx. Now watch what they say. It's a trip. They say Muhammad Ali. Look, they say Muhammad Ali lost to Joe Frazier at Madison Square Garden in 1971 in the first fight of their legendary trilogy. So, I don't know if that meant anything at all, but it's just ironic, right? That the great GOAT Muhammad Ali took the first L in Madison Square Garden, the first loss of his career, mind you, people, against Smoking Joe, left hook, rising hook, Frazier that same time. KD, you are my real deal for boxing sports TV, rough and rugged. Thank you, brother. Keep watching. Daily content coming at you. Counterpunch back. AJ got a little water, So he's waiting for the ring walk. And, I'm muted because, they have their own music and stuff like that. Do not want to get copyrighted. That happened to me before and it sucked. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua was the longest reigning British heavyweight champion, 1,148 days since Lennox Lewis, 2,346 days. So he still didn't beat Lennox Lewis's record. Larry Holmes versus Ika Barabuchi. Man, that would have been classic. I see Larry Holmes outboxing Ika Barabuchi and Ika Barabuchi going in for the kill. And let me tell you guys something. A guy that's a very good boxer, very small, southpaw, very underrated boxing ability, okay? Joshua comes in. He does the slip, 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 slip under the ropes before he comes in. Does that about 3 times. He's representing the crowd. So look, Joshua's a 15-1 favorite. Draw odds 40-1. Total rounds 6. So they had it for Joshua 15-1 underdog in this fight. So it really wasn't as bad as, the Tyson Douglas, but it is what it is. Evander Holyfield versus Ike Barabucci. Look, I would have paid to see that. Audrey. Aldari Pennant. Sorry. Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield's a beast. So we're looking at the flag of Mexico. They're doing the anthem, the American anthem, the Mexican anthem of Mexico. So, and Andy Ruiz, he grew up a lot in Mexico, if you guys didn't know, and then the town he was from is very south of the border. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Oh, that's his father to the left of him, or his right, our left. And I think Manny Robles is to his left. Anolo Canoli. No, Caloni. Anolo Caloni. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Larry Holmes versus Riddick Bowe. That would have been a good fight. I think Larry Holmes, by the time Riddick Bowe came along, was way out of his prime. I do remember a fight that didn't get off the ground was Larry Holmes and George Foreman. No boxer of Mexican descent had ever won the heavyweight title. Okay, so Andy Ruiz is about to make history tonight. And then we're about to find out how, Jess and how.
Here to sing the national anthem of the United Kingdom, please welcome British recording star Sinead Harnett with God Save the Queen.
Yeah, I'm looking at Joshua now, and he's chewing on his mouthpiece like a rabbit. You know what I mean? Sinead Harnett. Man, I still got to go with Ika Barabucci. But Riddick Bowe was a big heavyweight though. So, and I see him go to war with Evander Holyfield, but still, Riddick Bowe was the only one to really stop Holyfield. So it was crazy. And I'm looking at Anthony. He still doesn't look right. You looking at all this. He's still chewing on his mouthpiece. It's not fully in his mouth. It's like one of those things where you chew on if you got a pouch neck and you're trying to, you know what I mean? He's just gnawing on it. Maybe that's a habit. Okay, now the American anthem. Of course, they're in Madison Square Garden, New York City. Bridget Kelly, looking all debonair with the tight, thick dress on. Got them things hanging out. you know. Joshua looks tired. I don't know what it is. He looks tired. His eyes are kind of red. I mean, he's seeing everything. He's reacting. It's almost Joshua looks like he's on airplane mode. You know? Lennox Lewis versus Ika Barabucci. Who do you have? Ooh, that's a good one. You know, if that would be a good fight. And and it's sad that Ika Barabucci, also people coming from Nigerian descent. A lot of people don't realize that or don't acknowledge that. But Ika Barabucci, an undefeated prospect contender at the time, was 20-0 with 15 KOs before, he had some unfortunate events that caused him, that landed him in prison. He got the jackpot, not the type of jackpot that you would acknowledge, but you know. So yeah, Joshua looks, he looks he looks bored. Now, at this time, people, we know that Andy Ruiz only lost once, and that was to Joseph Parker. Okay, so
Ladies and gentlemen, from the most famous venue in the world for sports and entertainment, the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York, USA. Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing in association with KGB Promotions and AJ Boxing.
Joshua Little John, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Kurt the Real, done deal, counterpuncher. Thank you, gentlemen's game. Ike would have knocked out Lennox Lewis for a fact. I wouldn't have doubted. I wouldn't doubt it. He just had, if you seen the Tua fight, if you seen him knock out Chris Bird, you know, and then we look, Joshua looks like he's tense, but then I don't know. He doesn't look right. He looks high, dude. You know what I mean? Looks like, I don't know what that is. The dude's rubbing his neck. Joshua's over there. He's beating on his gloves. He's showing his teeth. You know what I mean? He looks hype. He looks like he's supposed to be there. Joshua's looking like, dude, look at me. He's in the corner like this. Dude's on his neck. You know? Crazy. So they got one from England, one judge from California, from New York, and another one from Canada.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are at ringside and they are ready. The fighters are in their corners and they are ready.
And I've noticed the guy was talking to Joshua, like, dude, you know what I mean? Like talking to him and probably asking him because he's not. There's Church. There's Michael Buffer and his classic Rumble. Right? That was supposed to get you hype if anything ain't. You know?
Fighting out of the red corner with his trainer Manny Rodez. He's wearing white and stands 6 feet 2. Officially
6 feet. Not true. 32 wins, 1 loss, 21 by KO, people.
21 wins by knockout. He has only 1 defeat in that with a split decision loss.
Kurt, how's life? Where are you, my guy? It's rioting going on, and okay. Yeah, man, I'm down in Austin, and they're downtown too, so.
The challenger, Andy Destroyer Ruiz Jr. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner with his trainer Rob McCracken, wearing white with black.
And look, this looks unnatural, okay? Anthony Joshua is in the corner, like leaning on the ropes as though, like, dude, I don't know.
22 victories, 21 wins by knockout. From London,
And he's still sitting in the corner, like leaning in the corner. And it's almost symbolic. The way the fight ended is the way the fight looks like it's beginning. He is still on the ropes.
champion of the world, AJ Anthony.
Yeah, he doesn't look right at all. Like, dude, if you're looking at AJ, he is just now getting off the ropes. You know, after presenting his name, his record, his accolades, all that time, Anthony Joshua is in the corner leaning. Look, he's leaning like this. You know? Maybe he had a hangover. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe it was from... Dude, I don't know what the hell was wrong with him. Yet he said on the IFL interview that AJ wasn't right. and he should have not fought due to medical issue. He said it would all come out when AJ wants it to. Well, hey, I guess it will. And here we go, people. Andy Ruiz all tatted up. You know, hey, he's stretching. Andy Ruiz is stretching. Joshua's still on the fucking ropes. Dude, what the hell, man? Joshua got his guard up like Mike Tyson. He got the Mike Tyson-like guard. He throws the first jab. Ruiz is coming in with the jab, with a quick jab. Okay. Now, if you notice what Andy Ruiz is doing, Andy Ruiz, he's coming towards Joshua. Okay. And he wasn't doing what he was doing this fight. In the second fight, he was coming in using his jab, and he was using upper body movement. If you notice, he catches Joshua with a quick left hook, a check hook. Okay. He catches him with a check hook. Joshua now, he lowers the guard a little bit. Now he's jabbing, and he throws a right, misses the right, and about 4 punches return for Andy Ruiz. All hooks. He misses with a left hook. He throws a jab. Joshua looks massive. He looks massive, and he looks like he's in a bulk session when you train. You know, it looks like he's done a lot of heavy weights. He's jabbing to the body of Andy. Andy Ruiz is still has his radar on him, moving his upper body, comes in with a double jab. Joshua eludes, okay, and backs up. Good jab with by Andy Ruiz. Joshua attempts to come in with a right hand, but he cancels at the last minute. But he starts it with a jab. Another jab by Joshua misses because the upper body movement of Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz dives in with a jab. Check left hook grazes the head of Joshua as he tries to come in with a stiff jab, and he gets caught with a grazing punch. He misses the right again, and he almost gets caught with that hook. And I think that's what Ruiz is working on. He's trying to set Ruiz up. He catches Ruiz with a good jab. Then that backs up Ruiz momentarily, catches him with another jab. Okay? And one thing I'm noticing about Andy Ruiz, he doesn't go out with the jab. He's working more on combinations. He throws a right, a left, a right, and a left hook that kind of catches the forehead of Joshua. But Joshua's still out of range. He tries to parry the jab to the body because Joshua is working. Good jab that he hits Andy Ruiz with. Okay, they dap up for the first round. Joshua adjusts his shorts and all that good stuff. So they have, of course, this is crazy. They're promoting the second fight of Saudi Arabia in with the as the commercials for this fight. Ruiz threw 5 power shots in round 1. And if you notice, what did Rob McCracken tell him? Okay, there was a lot of controversy over what they said Rob McCracken's instructions were. He said keep him long with the jab. Don't go inside. Don't feint with the jab. Okay, don't go in sloppy because this guy's quick. That's exactly what he just said. By far my favorite boxing channel, S Church, Counterpunch, man. Ruiz comes in with a right and follow with a left hook, and he's coming like I told you guys in my first commentation. Ruiz comes with wide punches. He just hit him behind the head as Joshua clinched, but his hand speed is very quick.
He should be a little concerned because he's walking the bigger man down. He says he wants to keep him at bay, keep him long, and feint
He Ruiz throws a left hook and tries to follow with a right, but misses the right because Joshua was already out of position. He misses. Joshua misses with a left hook. Joshua goes back to the body with that jab. Now he lowers his stance to his arm and down by his wayside. And I noticed the right hand of Joshua is real low. It's way down here. So he brings it up a bit as Joshua comes near. They're trying to measure up their jab right now. Finally, Andy Ruiz dives in with a jab. Anthony Joshua's kind of pawing with his jab right now. He throws a right hand. He grazes and misses that. This is definitely a filling out round. Yeah, he could be, obviously so, Joshua. Oh, good right that landed from Ruiz. Ruiz acknowledges. He catches him with a left hook. Joshua catches him with a right, with a follow with a left hook. Knocks the sweat off Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz nods. It's like, you got me. But he comes forward. That's showing you the beard of Andy Ruiz, because a lot of people would have been down with that shot. So fair play to Andy Ruiz. But he's waiting. He's still in position. He's staying poised. He's not going anywhere. Even though he got caught with that right hand, followed with a left hook. He's still moving forward. He's still keeping his position. It's kind of a reminder of what Floyd was doing with McGregor when McGregor was longer arm and he was standing back and he was switch hitting. He was throwing the jab from different stances. But Floyd stayed poised. That's exactly what Andy Ruiz is doing. And he's not even really throwing anything. He's keeping his position. That time they didn't dap up because Joshua got him. Joshua caught him with a right hand, got to the left temple, and Ruiz nodded. Okay, cool, you got me. It made him a little bit. See, Joshua throws a check left hook, and he catches Ruiz, but Ruiz immediately responds. So that shows you the beard of Andy Ruiz. But Andy Ruiz returned fire immediately. Okay. Now this, judges gave rounds 2 to Joshua, making it a 20-18 on all scorecards. So Joshua, as of now, is winning anyway. Okay. Now, third round, here we go. This time, Andy didn't do what he did at the beginning of the first 2 rounds. The last round, he came in swinging wild with a right hook and a left hook. This time, he didn't do any of that because he tasted the power of Joshua. Whatever Joshua hit him with, that right and that left hook, that bothered him, definitely. Yeah, right did hurt him with a left hook. Jabs, Joshua 9 out of 47, Ruiz 3 out of 31. Right uppercut, down goes Ruiz. Ruiz just sits there for a minute. He thinks about it. He gets up. But like I said, he extended his arm a bit when he went back. Dropped right on his ass. First time Andy Ruiz is. Okay, we're back on, but it's froze a little bit. I don't know what the hell. This is the round everything changes. So I'm waiting for it to come back. But thus far, I don't know. It's loading for some crazy reason. Okay, let's see. Oh, hell no. Okay, there we go. Right hand. Boom. Joshua gets caught with the left hand, swinging wildly, missing with technically every shot. With the shot he went down on, he got whacked in the back of the head. Joshua's looking at the ref. Down he goes. He's counting 7. Joshua's back up. He puts his hands up in assurance to the referee that he's ready to go. And Joshua comes in and he hits him in the back of the head once again. Another punch to the back of the head. Now this is funny. Joshua throws a little left uppercut inside. Okay. Joshua throws a left hook, misses. Ruiz returns fire. Joshua clinches him, but it looks awkward because Joshua's so much taller than Ruiz. Joshua looks gassed already. That's what happens when your adrenaline gets so high. And Ruiz hits him with 1, 2, 3, catches him again right behind the head. He raises. Joshua's legs buckle. He gets caught with another right. His legs are shaky. Joshua's clinching on. Joshua hits him with a left hook on the clinch. Wide right hook for Ruiz goes around the guard of Joshua. Joshua's in the corner, which he should be circling. That's a bad move already. We can already tell it's a bad move. 2 jabs to the stomach from Joshua. 3rd jab from the to the body from Joshua. Ruiz is just measuring him. Left to right. He throws a left hook to feint Joshua. Catches him with a right, a left, a right hand around the head. And down goes Joshua again after he staggers to the ground. Now he's sitting there on the side of the rope, looking back at the ref. He gets the 8. He's back up. He puts his gloves back up. Joshua looks exhausted. He looks like a tired guy that ain't ran cardio in a month. That's exactly what he looks like. Now you hear what McCracken said, okay? He threw a right hand. He set him with a right hook. If you notice, the right arm of Ruiz was totally behind him. And he threw a left hook, and it didn't catch Joshua, and to that hook to the temple did. So actually Ruiz landed 2 left hooks. 1 to the chin, and then 1 to that area. And he throws a throwaway left hook to blind Joshua, and he catches him with a right. Then he does catch him solid in the kisser with a right hand. Now here comes Ruiz, like an iron bull, like a raging bull, like the first round and the second round. He comes out blazing. That was a good jab. He throws around to the right hand. He catches Ruiz. Ruiz then again does another nod. He does another nod coming in. Joshua's he's going down to the body with the jab. Going to the body with the jab. Good left hook by Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz shakes that off. Good jab by Ruiz. Joshua now is circling, but he's plotting. He's almost walking in a circle, okay? So what's happening in that? While he's walking, it's taking him time. It's giving Andy Ruiz enough time to close the gap. Now understanding how this fight went about. That would be good. A jab, left hook, hand combination, a.k.a. Vladimir Klitschko. They're just really pawing. First jab thrown, second jab thrown by Andy Ruiz. I think Joshua in this round is just trying to get his bearings back, okay? There's really not an output from any of these guys, to be fair. So none of these guys are really doing anything. See, when Joshua starts circling, he starts moving, Andy Ruiz is less effective, okay? Ruiz goes to the jab to the chest. Joshua misses with a left hook upstairs, way off. Joshua misses with a right hand. That right hand looked a little sloppy, honestly. If Ruiz was in position to roll with it like he did before, he could have caught him. They dap up in the fourth round. Am I watching the flipped version? What do you mean, Matt? I'm watching it on DAZN. This is the DAZN rewind. War Chisora versus Rivas. That would be a massive war, Kyle. I'd love to see that. This is the round it all changes, yeah. Yeah, he asked what hit him. He didn't know what caught him. Round 5, people. They clinch. I noticed Joshua was throwing a lot of check left hooks. I'm looking at Eddie Hearn back there. He looks like he's shook. Good jab to the face and a right from Ruiz. See, Ruiz now knows that Joshua's looking for that right hand. And if you guys can hear the instruction from McCracken told him, throw him a jab, jab, right hand, circle. Jab, jab, right hand, circle. Ruiz goes for a right. He does the same combination that he tried to do when he put him down the second time. A throwaway left hook and a follow with a right hand. Ruiz has his hands up, but he's ready to counter on the drop of a dime. Good jab to the chest from Ruiz. So, not a lot of activity in this round. Ruiz is cutting off the ring partially, but he doesn't have to do much. He has to do more than he did in the last few rounds, simply because now Joshua they're working on a different strategy. But I think the problem is Joshua wasn't in any kind of physical shape to do what he's supposed to do. Good left hook lands from Joshua, that check left hook that I was talking about. Okay, here we go again with the lag, and this is ridiculous. George Foreman versus Ika Barabucci would be a great fight, prime for prime. Here we go. Oh, absolutely, Joshua. That would be good. That was a great boxing exhibition by Ronald Winky Wright. Winky Wright had a kind of Iris Lara career, to be told. I mean, a lot of fights that he actually won that he actually won that didn't get the nod.
It was an overhand right, but he didn't set it up. He needed to fool Joshua downstairs before he threw it upstairs. Now Joshua has his hands a little bit higher, showing a little more respect for Ruiz. Right hand by Ruiz.
Ruiz comes in with a right hand, and you can still see Joshua is still gasping for air. So he's still trying to catch up. But oh, I see Devin Haney out there. That's big. But the thing is, you see, what do you think of the two world's strongest men getting in the boxing ring? Who are the world's strongest men getting in the boxing ring? Who are they? Two judges scored it 47-47. One Joshua had Joshua up 48-46. Left hook lands. Oh man, that was a check hooked out of this world. That left hook of Joshua ain't no joke. But again, it still gives you the credit. Good jab from Joshua. Good jab from Joshua. Joshua's working on that jab. He's trying to follow the left hook. Ruiz follows back with a left-right combination. Good punch to the body from Joshua. Oh, that would be good. Muhammad Ali versus Ezra Charles. Stepped up his body, attacking through 13 body shots, slowing Joshua down. Right hand almost lands from Ruiz, but Joshua stepped out from it.
Joshua with the enormous height advantage, the reach advantage. You would figure Sergio, again, he heard it from Robert McCracken, he could just box. Jab, move back, European style, and win this fight. That's exactly what they
He's backing Joshua up.
jab, right hand. That's all that's going to win this.
He catches with a good right hand from from a Ruiz, a left and a right hand. But it looked like it didn't have a lot of steam of it coming from Ruiz.
You're AJ, you got to keep sticking that jab out there. You can't let any Ruiz just walk towards you without throwing something back. Ruiz is getting closer and closer. I like to see him go to the body more. The first knockdown of the fight came from Anthony Joshua.
Ruiz now is trying to cut him off. Joshua wraps him up.
Again, a continuance in Joshua's reign. And instead, we see the possibility of Andy Ruiz becoming the heavyweight champion.
Ruiz goes to the body.
Ruiz, that's his best shot.
And I know Joshua felt those body punches. It was a right uppercut and a left hook. He goes back to the body with a right hand, followed with a left hook upstairs from Andy Ruiz. Ruiz jabs him to the chest, knocks Joshua back. Joshua's nose bleeding, catches him with another jab. He misses with a right, but pops him with a left. As Joshua spins out, back the other direction. He jabs to the chest of Joshua. This part. Joshua's throwing a right to the body, jab upstairs. Pause with a left, misses with a left hook. Joshua ties him up. I don't like those sound effects in there, just for the record. I don't like the sound effects in there. But that's definitely a Ruiz round. And Joshua looks even more tired than he did before. Welcome back, everybody on the set. Lee Donovan, pressure on the big fight in the USA. Do you think Joyce will have a long enough career to have a good resume? Joshua, I'm not sure. That's what he's been doing. He's been moving his hips. He's moving side to side. Move your body. We see Rosie Perez, Gennady Golovkin, Clarissa Shields. They're all about. We see Jonathan Banks there on the left side of Gennady Golovkin. Good right to the body from Joshua. Joshua crouches over. He catches him with a left hook. Catches him with on the left side with a grazing right hand. That might have discombobulated him too. This is round 7, people, when it all goes down. Okay. Good jab from Joshua. Joshua jabs the body. Ruiz jabs. Ruiz is coming in for the kill. I notice he is definitely coming in. They switch left hooks. He catches Joshua behind the ear, way behind the ear. Rallies him with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punch combinations, followed with a right hand. Joshua, hands on the ropes, listening to the ref, count, puts his hands up. He comes back there. Joshua throws 3 left hooks, a jab, a right hand, left hook from Joshua, from Ruiz. Down goes Joshua on one knee. 5, 6. He spits the mouthpiece out. Joshua goes back to the corner, right? He turns around. He comes up. He waves it off. They said he looks tired. Andy Ruiz is jumping up and down, people. Him and Manny Robles celebrate in the middle of the ring. Joshua, nose busted in the corner where he began, mind you. He began in the corner. And that's where he ends, ironically. So that's 2 times in the 7th round and 2 times in the 3rd. Okay. People are in shock, you can tell. If you notice Eddie Hearn, he's kind of doing a little minimum handshake. He's doing a minimum handshake. Joshua hugs him and embraces him. They hug 3 freaking times. I know Andy's like, thank you for the opportunity. Whoa! Whoa! That's some of that red hot red American fire right there. Mixed with Mexico. I had a funny feeling all week. It's funny, you're seeing tweets in hindsight. Boom! They switch left hooks, right hand, left hook, right hand behind the head, right, straight right up the pipe, behind the head, and looks like Ruiz kind of grabbed him down and pulled him forward, which Joshua was already beaten to a pulp anyway. Now this was the 7th round. When they trade that left hook, Joshua's head was wide open. Ruiz comes around wide, knowing that punch was right there for him. Hits him with a right, catches with a left hook, right hand, left hook, while Joshua's guard is up. Boom! He catches him. Oh, nice. Caught him that right hand again.
But once he did, he didn't let the check off the hook. And then he falls forward, but that is definitely as a result
Of a bunch of punches. That is correct.
that is a legitimate knockdown. And we'll watch it again.
And down goes Joshua. Joshua takes a squat on that fourth knockdown. He spits his mouthpiece out. Now, this is controversial, too. A lot of people thought that he quit.
Administering the count, picks up the mouthpiece. And you see now, this is what I'm talking about. Joshua looking to his corner. He has to engage. He has to step forward.
Joshua steps forward. The referee grabs him.
You never turn your back on your opponent. Well, he said that. And you can hear
And here comes Ruiz. And there you have it, folks. The entire rewind of this. The belts change hands tonight, people.
seconds, round number 7, the winner by TKO victory, and now the new
Andy Ruiz had 34.5 Instagram followers. Now he has over 1.3 million. Now that shows you
Andy Destroyer Ruiz Jr.
33 wins, 1 loss, 22 by KO. He is now the unified Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, Craig. Joshua again congratulates him. And and it's one of those things. Lennox losing and Muhammad Ali back the titles after losing. And it's just like they're squaring it up, talking.
Just came true to life. The judges, by the way, had this as a very close fight.
I don't know what they're saying, what they're talking about. Andy Ruiz, he looks like Joshua's little brother up under his arm. Now he has like another, that's like the secondary trainer. Now he's taking pictures. Joshua, he's smiling for the camera, right? People are looking crazy. People are like not clapping. Some of them are, but a lot of them are in shock. These guys are in shock, definitely. And it was one hell of a night. A rewind. For me, I was working, but I was watching the fight. Okay. Had I knew what the fight is going to be, look, Compu box is 47 landed for Joshua, 56 landed for Ruiz. Joshua threw 176, Ruiz threw 206, 32% connect percentage, 33 for Andy Ruiz. Now, we look at this fight, and Ruiz is just, let me hear what Ruiz has to say.
Knockout of Mike Tyson was viewed as the biggest upset in heavyweight history. This gives it a run for its money. What are you feeling right now? Man, I just want to thank God for giving me this victory. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible.
And if you want,
So good, man. This is what
if
I've been
you,
dreaming about. This is what I've been working hard for. And I can't believe I just made dreams come true. Man, I just wanted to thank all my team, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearns, my dad, my whole family. And sky's the limit, baby. You said all along you shouldn't be underestimated in a fight like this. You said you basically had 15 weeks of training camp. You were ready for a fight
15
like
weeks.
this.
D-Town Blaster, need more thumbs up, counterpunch. Thank you for the super chat, D-Town Blaster. I'm telling you, something was physically wrong with AJ, hence why he couldn't take that shot. Even Eddie said it, but refused to clarify it.
So, I just thank God, man, so much. When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power? You took that big
Look, now check this out.
forward, just like against
Back there, what's going on, guys? If you guys can hear, Robert Joshua is having a go at Eddie Hearn right now, and Anthony Joshua's got to separate those guys. Because remember, all this happened after the fight. It kind of reminds me of when Vitaly Klitschko came at Anthony Joshua when Anthony Joshua stopped Klitschko when the referee stopped it. That's what it reminds me of now. Because I heard Joshua when he was when Andy Ruiz was interviewing by Chris Mannix. I heard Joshua say, "Please, no, Dad, no." But that's what was going on. And Robert Joshua, they're looking over there because they're like, "What the hell's going on over there?"
After that third round, it just didn't look like you recovered at any point. Could you sense that in the ring?
I could, but I didn't want to throw everything that I got. I wanted to hunt him down even more, work the body, work the head, and just listen to the game plan with my Manny Roach. And I mean,
Manny Roach? He said Manny Roach? He's ecstatic, bro, but you got to expect it because
Do you want that next fight?
of course, man. Right now, I just want to celebrate. I just made
right now we're going to celebrate.
You are the first Mexican-American heavyweight champion. What does that mean to you?
It means everything, man. This is what I've been dreaming about since I was 6 years old. If it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't be here.
Listen, you're on a good team. That's it. Can we give a round of applause for Andy Ruiz, the new heavyweight champion? Listen. Big respect, Andy. Big respect. Good fire. Thank you, America. Thank you, everyone, for coming out this evening. Sorry I let my fans down. Sorry I let my supporters down. I'm going to make a move. Big respect. Enjoy this moment, and we'll be seeing you again.
AJ, let me turn to you for a second here. Let me just ask you about this. Okay, Eddie. This certainly was a shocker to have something like this happen. What do you think happened out there?
Well, AJ got sloppy. It was a beautiful combination. I think the third round, he was in total control of the fight. Got sloppy, got caught, never recovered. I thought at times he might have recovered in those rounds. But listen, tonight belongs to Andy Ruiz. It's a massive upset. AJ will be back 100%. We'll make the rematch in the UK in November, December. But tonight deserves and belongs to Andy Ruiz. He made history. It was a massive heavyweight shot tonight. It'll go down in history as a very, very big one. And now we'll see what AJ is about. I know he's got the heart of the line. He'll be back, he'll rebuild. And at least we know our opponent is for the end of the year. It's going to be a big rematch in the UK. Ruiz deserves it tonight.
We've seen Anthony Joshua
Eddie looked shook.
shots before. Vladimir Klitschko put him down. AJ rallied to win that fight. Why was he not able to recover from Andy Ruiz's assault?
I don't know. He looked flat at times. He got hit on the top of the head. When he was sloppy after he looked like he had Ruiz out. It was an incredible third round.
Manny Pacquiao just shocked the world. That was one of the biggest upsets in history. This is Manny Pacquiao. These are celebrities tweeting throughout that. Now I do like that feature.
You know, every now and again you get a defeat like this, he's got to bounce back. And he'll have another shot at Ruiz later this year, but he needs to win. It's a must-win fight now.
Are you expecting to exercise immediate rematch clause going into later this year?
Absolutely. And Andy Ruiz will believe he can win the rematch. You know, and if he does, then, you know, he's in an unbelievable position. He already is. But AJ's got to rebuild, come back stronger, let the fire burn inside him. He's got to want this back. You know, this is amazing. It's an amazing experience. Thanks so much to the UK fans of travel. But tonight goes down as a huge upset. AJ will rebuild. He's a true warrior in this sport. He tries every day to improve.
Eddie Hearn looks like he's about to cry, man.
Hunger to bounce back and win this rematch.
Thanks, Eddie. Guys?
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Wow, just a stunner, and you saw.
Well, it's weird. It's just like, well, Joshua was doing interviews there, but he didn't want to make the interview there with Andy Ruiz after Andy Ruiz was clearly, I think he was finished. So,
In a stunning defeat, your thoughts? Classic champion, classic former champion now. Let that man have his
yeah, because he's getting interviewed right now from Sky Sports.
becoming the first Mexican American champion in the heavyweight division. That's history we just witnessed. And look, he was about a 21-1 underdog, Andy Ruiz Jr. Buster Douglas was said to be about 42-1 in Japan against Mike Tyson. Look, Cassius Clay was once a huge underdog, and Sonny Liston had shocked the world. So these happened. We did not expect it to happen here tonight. Now, before we move on, again, keep it here. We're going to be talking to everybody post-fight. Before we move forward, though, you did hear Michael Griffin. We have good
That was rather quick, though. I just look at it. I think Skrilla 50. What's up, brother?
the first time. He said, "Are you ready to box?" Anthony Joshua said yes.
Yeah,
Now, he
he
said
did say
yes. I
yes.
didn't hear what he said last, but he did say
Yeah, he's
yes.
ready to fight.
The referee, as you know,
And I
said
think what he is, he did a quick decision, but I think the decision he did
Chris Maddox right now
was
looks like he's
premature.
going to finish
I
him
do
off.
believe that.
Chris, take it away. Excuse me. I mean, getting knocked down 4 times. What are you feeling right now?
Maybe we're possibly. First of all, thank the people who came out this evening. That's number one. Shout out to the zone, Sky Sports, Andy Ruiz and his team. And we're boxing, it's on fire. The division just shifted a little bit. I've got to turn a few notches and bring it back around my way.
The third round, you put him down with that knockdown, and it looked like you thought to go in there and finish it off.
Yeah, exactly that. That's the fire in me, bro. I don't want anyone to kind of drown in their sorrows. This is boxing. It shows I've got the power, the strength, and I've got to come back and just tie up on a few bits and bobs.
We have seen you rally from knockdowns before, specifically against Vladimir Klitschko. What was the difference in the hurt you felt tonight?
Nothing really. It's all the same. It's all the same. It just wasn't my night. It's Andy Ruiz' night. But look, you know what? It's good for the TV. It's good for the zone. It's got people watching. And then now I've got to find really good.
This was a referee stoppage at the end.
Muhammad Ali versus Evander Holyfield. I got Muhammad Ali in the prime. Muhammad Ali,
This is what we do, bro. Listen, I don't do that. I don't do his job.
because I've seen Evander Holyfield get outboxed. Michael Moore was able to do that.
The referee called it off when he thought I couldn't fight.
Went to the fight and was devastated that AJ lost. Dude, I look. A lot of people was like, "What the
You took Andrew Ruiz on short notice.
Well, to make excuses, I'll say, yeah, definitely. But it's no excuses. It's my own fault. I got caught with a big shot. And congratulations to him.
You've said all along that one of the reasons you wanted the Deontay Wilder fight now because there's a lot of risks that come with heavyweight boxing. Was this the kind of risk that you were talking about?
I would have preferred it to be Deontay Wilder. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't. It was Andy Ruiz. I mean, he deserves every bit of fame and fortune he's about to receive.
You have an immediate rematch clause. Do you expect to exercise that?
100%.
That was in the ring, 100%. So that was the rewind of the much anticipated, or really not at the time, it wasn't much anticipated, fight between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. And I do remember where I was at, people. Like I said, I was at work. And I'm at work and I have my cell phone on the Zone channel, right? And I have this shit. It was so weird. I had my phone. Right. I propped my phone up and then I had it in between some napkins at a substation, right? And I was watching the fight. Of course, I had the volume down. And I didn't see the knockdown AJ gave him at first. I didn't see that. I saw the first knockdown of Anthony Joshua. And I'm thinking, fuck, Joshua's getting fucking whooped. And I'm thinking that. I'm like, damn, he's getting whooped. What's going on? Then he goes down again. I'm like, oh shit, this fight's about to be over. But then Joshua gets up. I'm like, oh fuck. Andy Ruiz is really good, man. He's really giving him a walloping. And it was one of those things, man. Well, I'm like, okay, I go back out to work. I come back in, I see another round, and then I'm like, okay, Joshua looks like he's getting his bearings back. And then all of a sudden, like the seventh round, that's when everything goes down, right? I see Joshua start to go down the first time. And then I see him go down the second time. And I was like, shit, he ain't got nothing left. He ain't got shit left. And then the referee stops the fight, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Andy Ruiz has just beat Anthony Joshua, right? And it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things that that is heavyweight boxing. That's boxing anyway. So I feel that for Anthony Joshua, it was a blessing and a curse. I think it's still some reckoning he has to settle out with America, because I think that what happened with Joshua, he fell into the bullshit with, hey, coming over here from the UK, fighting in America, and thinking that he had to be this superstar globally is if he came to America, which America is part of the world, and he lost. When he did it, he lost. And I'm noticing that I'm wondering rather, when is he going to come back to the States? I honestly think the Pulev fight should be here. I think that fight could be, I think that could be a very good fight for Joshua. You know, and then that erases the question marks of, is he shook? Is he shook? Does he have some type of feel some type of way about fighting in America again? Because it was weird. I was going to go to that fight, and I was like, when Jarrell Miller got popped, I was like, you know what? Nah, fuck that. I'm not going. And I was like, I'm just going to just chill. I'm not going to waste my money to see him fight a fucking tune-up or a replacement, because Miller sold that fight. Miller and Joshua sold that fight. Everywhere from Sway in the morning to the Breakfast Club to AK and Barack to several other places. I'm just surprised why he didn't go on Joe Rogan. I think he should have went to Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan, I believe, is in California. So I think they went to all the spots in New York, and the rap battles and things like that on Sway in the morning. They all contributed in to hyping that fight and selling that fight and promoting that fight. Well, when when Jarrell popped dirty, I was like, I'm not going. I'm not going to see that fight. I would have went to see if it was Ortiz. But Andy Ruiz is a guy, because I remember seeing Andy when he fought Joseph Parker, and I'm like, no, no. Because what I noticed about him when he fought Parker, he was like a fighter that didn't have ambition to me. Good combinations, but not enough of them, you know. Bernard Hopkins or Marvin Hagler. Man, that's a good fight, Mr. C. I don't know, man. Um, I don't know, cause see, I don't know, cause I think that Hagler was more of a pressure fighter, and Bernard Hopkins, he could catch and shoot. He could catch you with angles. Uh, it would be hard to say. I would love to see it though. No, I don't think Rogan asked him on there, because honestly, I think, see, this is the thing with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is good friends with Brandon Schraub. Brandon Schraub is a Wilder fan. So what they done in that situation, they didn't want to see or have, like, it's certain people I don't think Rogan will ever have on the show. You know what I mean? I think it's just certain people he just won't. I don't think he'll ever have like Tom Cruise on the show. People like that. I think he'll have certain people, interesting people. I like watching his podcast, but I don't think that Joshua was one of those people, just because they were already considered or branded, so to speak, as a Wilder guy. I mean, Joe Rogan loves Wilder, because Brandon Schraub is a Wilder fan. He is not, without a doubt about it. He is an absolute Wilder fan, and I think the accusations are just rumors. So it's one thing to start a rumor about someone, but it's another thing to not have proof about it. And I think what it is, they pretty much shitted on Joshua before he could be on the show to defend himself. You know, And I think they had Deontay on. I know once, but he might have been on there twice. I'm not sure. They had Radio Raheem. He was on there. They done a lot of guys. Lennox Lewis. So he has boxers all the time. Joe Rogan's a good fucking martial artist. I don't think you would want to, you don't want to underestimate him. You know. Ike Barabucci versus George Foreman. Oh man, I don't know because George Foreman was a tough guy, and Ike Barabucci proved he was durable. It was like he proved he was durable. He thought that he has punching power too. Ike Barabucci, man, he was big, he was strong, he was like right. He was. I don't want to say he was the Anthony Joshua of the '90s because we didn't see what he could do. We've seen him tested though. That's the thing. We've seen him tested. You know, Big George would win. Depends on which Big George though. If you're talking about the 45-year-old, 46, 47-year-old George, I'm not sure about that, man. Because here's the deal. If George Foreman fought someone like Ike Barabucci, he would have to knock him out because Ike Barabucci would probably do that. And George Foreman's a tough mother sucker. He's a tough mother sucker, so that would be a good fight. Very good fight. One for the ages. One for the freaking ages. But yeah, back to this. I think that the reason I didn't see this fight live was because of that. Because it's Joshua. Of course I'm gonna go see him live. He's in America. A flight to New York. You know, no doubt about it. I'm in there, right? But man, no, no sir, missed that one. So Skrilla 50, I would be devastated too, brother. I was. I mean, it was crazy. I gotta remind you, man. Like, shouts out to all the UK followers on my channel. Appreciate each and every one of you. But that night, I mean, I had so many subscribers fall off that night, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why? What? I mean, it was like at the time I probably had about 18,600. And I think when I looked back about 30 minutes later after the fight, it was like 17.5. So over 1,000 subscribers just dropped off the face of the earth. And I'm like, damn. Andy Ruiz sucked the air out of MSG. Yeah, because look, he did. He changed the whole tone with his actions, with his performance, the things that he was able to do to Anthony Joshua. Because, dude, think about Tyson Fury's. Okay, think about the British fans. Think about Anthony Joshua's, Tyson Fury's, Charles Wilson. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Think about Ricky Hatton, right? Ricky Hatton was so massively big. Think about Prince Asim Ahmed. Think about all the Brits that came over. Lennox Lewis, big up England, big up, right? Everyone came out, and though in the UK fans are ecstatic. When Ricky Hatton fought Floyd Mayweather, they were out in droves. I mean, you can't out party someone from the UK when their fighter is in town. When they have a fighter, especially when they come over here to the States, it's like the British invasion all over again. I'm not talking about the Beatles, right? But yeah, he sucked the air out of that. He had everybody quiet. When he started landing those combinations on Joshua and hurt Joshua, and Joshua getting up looking all gassed and shit, you know what I mean? Now, wouldn't it be crazy though if and I got to do another video about this Glovegate shit, but it's crazy the Glovegate, like what if somebody made a Glovegate shit about that? Glovegate. Ruiz cheated. He never hit anyone that hard. It is what it is, guys. You know, Lennox Lewis versus Larry Holmes in their prime. I think I'm gonna go with Larry. Yeah, but it's crazy because Joshua losing like that, you know, and any look. Here's the thing. Any excuse, the best probably possible excuse that Joshua could have used that people wouldn't have complained about would have been the referee. Think about it, you know, because I mean, the corner didn't stop the fight, so it wasn't as bad as Wilder's loss. Let's just be real; it wasn't as bad. It was twice the knockdowns, right? But twice the action too. Tyson battered Wilder. He battered him, but Wilder didn't put up an effort like Joshua did. Joshua was to a guy that he was like his fatigue and whatever else was going on with him, he was just beaten out of submission. You know, and the ref just was like, "Fuck it, you don't want to fight." Wilder was beat, and his corner was like, "Fuck that." So that was a different way, but it happened in the seventh round. Both guys. That's what I keep telling you guys. Every Ruiz lost, Joshua lost, Wilder lost too. Everyone gets a turn, people. That's what I learned. And a lot of people didn't want to hear it. A lot of people were in denial. A lot of people, you know, we seen Robert Joshua's father come out there, and he was pissed plenty much. So look. This is what happens in boxing. This is exactly what happens in boxing. You know? But it is what it is. It was a great rewind. It was a great night of boxing. Andy Ruiz became the first Mexican unified champion of the world. No, Fury ain't lost. That's why I didn't mention him, Mar. You know, Joshua has the best resume in the division than after him is Dillian White. I could, you know, I wouldn't argue with that because a lot of those guys, you know, Wilder, no. Fury, no. Ruiz, no. But you know, but you got Parker. You have the two fights with Joshua. And that's it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, Joseph Parker, he's fought who? AJ, he's fought Andy Ruiz. He's fought Dillian White. So, you know, his resume's decent. Dillian White's damn near fought all of them except Andy Ruiz. You know, of course, the other two. So, you know, Muhammad Ali versus Ika Barabuchi. Oh God. Depend on which Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali in his prime, he would have to keep Ika Barabuchi off of him. Kurt, we need a proper video analysis on the president, Ika Barabuchi. Baba Lois. Ika Barabuchi's supposed to be making a comeback, people. So I don't know. The last pictures I seen of him, he looked huge. He looked like when Mike was, you know, Mike used to just be cut. Mike looked like a cut, stocky bulldog before he went in. When he came out, he looked more like a Rockwaller because he was just so big. He got a lot bigger, and I think that affected his speed. He was still powerful. Look what he did to McNeely in what 1 minute. McNeely didn't stand a chance, but you know it is what it is. But yeah, Ika Barabuchi, yeah, consider it done. I may do it tomorrow on Ike. Break his career down, you know, show his defining fights, do some live streams. I would love to do Ika Barabuchi, David Tua. That's definitely on the list. You know. Well, Mara, ask yourself this question. Who are we comparing Anthony Joshua's resume to? And we could go from there. You know. But yeah, man. I do think that Anthony Joshua is, he had to get it back. He got it back. Of course, when the December 8th comes around, that's if it's not any other live boxing. I will do a rewind on that to show you guys Saudi Arabia. Why not? Right? Because that would be a year from that time. And that was a very, very special night of boxing. It was the most highly anticipated fight of that year. It broke British UK numbers from Sky Sports. You had a record high of both guys making the most money they've ever made in a professional fight. So it is what it is. I really don't know off the top of my head. Adari, Penant, Pinot. But guys, it's been fun. I'm gonna hit the hay. Been a long day. Did a lot of running. Did a lot of training. But thank you guys for sticking in there, watching the live feed. Of course, please subscribe, and everyone on the chat has been Counterpunch. Peace.